Brad Ray, double BSB race winner. Hello and welcome.
Morning, Adrian.
Not bad. Yes, thank you very much. You're live on Motorsport Radio right now. Please do not swear.
Not for another 2 minutes.
Exactly. Yes. So, fantastic. Congratulations. And Kiko's going to interrogate you all about it.
No problem.
Bradley, what a weekend that was. Obviously, I spoke to you numerous times over it, and I spoke to you yesterday. You told me it hadn't sunk in. Has it sunk in yet?
Not fully, mate, to be fair. No, it's it's one of them things that's going to take a while to sink in for me, for sure.
Did you expect it to happen like that? I mean, difficult weather conditions, hard to really predict what was happening on track and whether the race would go ahead. But as a rider, you coped quite tough, quite well mentally, and double win.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't expecting to go out there and do a double win. I wasn't expecting to win either, to be honest. And this, you can never go out there and say you're going to go and win a race. It's never like that. And I mean, we was looking strong all weekend from the results in free practice and obviously in qualifying. But to go out there and say you're going to win a race is obviously a difficult thing to say. But it obviously shocked me and obviously shocked the team, I think, a little bit as well with the results we got over the weekend. But it just proves that we've got fairly good pace in all conditions, whether it's damp, wet, dry. And that's quite a confidence boost for the season.
How did you prepare for that weekend? Because you spoke to me on the phone before that, and I'll quote something you said. You said, you have to start digging in from the first round, and we need to mix it up. Well, you've certainly done both of them.
That's it. I mean, you got obviously push from round 1 to round 12. But then you've got to be a bit careful as well, because, I mean, you've got 26 races throughout the year, and you don't want to be throwing it away at round 1. But, I mean, I felt comfortable in both races. Didn't feel like we was absolutely on the limit, which was another good thing for myself and the team. And I mean, it was one of them where you push to where you feel comfortable, and obviously on the day it was obviously enough.
Absolutely. Just one other thing. I mean, you're very popular anyway. We know that. I was talking to you at Thruxton last year, and you know, there's so many people coming up to you, congratulating you or supporting you, autographs, selfies, you name it. That must have gone through the roof this weekend. Like the messages of support on Twitter, Facebook. You must have been just bombarded with congratulations, surely.
Yeah. My phone was going off like mad on obviously the Sunday night after race 1 win. Then same again on the Monday after I'd done a double, and it's still sort of going down a little bit. But obviously the fans have been brilliant, and it's nice to see so much support for a young rider in the British Superbike class.
That's another thing. You are still very young, and you're already achieving things that some people who have been there for 5 years don't do. Does that give you a confidence now to move on through this championship and a kind of belief in yourself that you kind of already had anyway, but I can do this, I can do the double, and if I need to, I can dig in?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a big confidence boost to obviously win a British Superbike race, to make it double, but it's never going to be that easy for sure. And some rounds you're going to have to take points that you're sort of not expecting. I mean, it's one of them. I mean, it's a big confidence boost, but you just got to stay grounded and obviously believe in yourself as well. Believing in yourself is a big thing in obviously in racing, but not to get too confident and a little bit cocky. But yeah, for sure, to win at round 1 was a big confidence boost for myself and the team.
How well has Coolfab prepared you for British Superbikes? Because we know you're one of the first to come through that kind of that feeder series. But what has that taught you through all those years of riding in with the likes of Luke Mossey in that championship, and obviously under the organisation of Roger Keys, who you still maintain a great relationship now? How much has that prepared you for the big thing, the real deal?
Yeah, for me, it's obviously one of them things you have to go through when you first start racing. You obviously start on the mini bikes with with Fab Racing, and you work through the ranks. You go up to the Metro Kit 50, and then obviously Metro Kit 70, and work your way up through the ranks that Roger has provided for the kids. And it obviously prepares you mentally and physically, obviously, to ride the mini motos and then ride the 50s, and then you jump up from, I think we went from the 80 up to the 125 in the British Championship in 2011. And it's one of them where you start off having fun on the mini bikes when you're a kid, and then it obviously starts to get a little bit more serious, and that's when you know sort of a turning point whether you seriously want to do it or not.
Talking of want to do it, what's the biggest piece of advice you'd give to the riders in Cool Fab now? What would you say to them as a kind of motivation to say, just keep at it, keep doing it, it's all worth it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for the Cool Fab riders, I mean, if you're going out there and you're enjoying it and you got a smile on your face, then carry on doing it. But it's one of them. I mean, don't feel pushed to go out and race your bike. It's a tough sport and it's a long sport, and obviously costs a lot of money. So you should be driven by your passion for sure.
Absolutely. Last question as far as this segment of the conversation goes. Can this continue now? I mean, already people will say you're odds on, or you're odds on for a showdown place, or you're now a championship challenger. Can this continue? We won't go to Brands Indy. You was 12th and 8th there last year. It was your best. 8th was one of your best results. It's your first top 10 in Superbikes. Can we expect more of the same as this season goes on?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not going to go out every race and win it like Donington, but I'd like to see myself fighting for top 5, top 6 place throughout the year, and obviously be fighting for podiums as well, and see ourselves in a showdown at the end of the year.
Do you also see yourself as maybe a candidate for maybe a wild card appearance? I mean, World Superbike saw Jake Dixon and Leon Haslam go over there last year. Do you see yourself going to Donington Park for the World Series this year? No,
definitely not this year. No, it's we're going to be concentrating on the British Superbike this year, and I mean, it's obviously difficult to do the World Championship. Obviously, the budgets, you need a big budget, and obviously we need a bit more time on the bike for the World Superbike. So, but definitely not this year, no.
Okay, that's fine. Now, as you know, we've got the League of Knowledge coming on, and I believe you're with Ben Curry tonight, so maybe he's giving you some sort of like prep talk, get you psyched up and ready to take it on. The top score at the moment is 9.5, so we'll start now. First question, Brad. Who was the last Suzuki rider to do the double at Donington Park?
Tom Sykes.
Not quite. That was a stat that I put out. That was the last British Suzuki rider to do a double at any track, but the last Suzuki rider to do the double at Donington was Josh Brooks. 2012, I think. So, second question. Who was the British Superbike champion in 2005?
Gregorio Levere.
You are correct there. That's 1 point. Well done. Which of the following riders has the most World Superbike victories? Eugene Laverty, Ruben Zaus, or Regis Laconi?
Zaus.
Laverty was the answer there. But you've got one. I think you've got one more question. It's 8 marks. I need the timer now, Lester. So if we can have that 30-second timer up in a moment. Where is it? There it is. So League of Knowledge, Brad Ray. You're on 1 mark at the moment. If you name all of the following 8 riders that I need, you can go second on our overall leaderboard. So Brad, 30 seconds starting in a moment. British riders who have won a British Superbike race and a World Superbike race since 2000. So your time starts now. 30 seconds.
Neil Hodgson, Jonathan Ray, Tom Sykes, Shaky Byrne,
10 seconds.
Big Walker. Johnny Ray. Leon, no, not Leon Camera. Leon Haslam. Leon Camia.
Time's up, Brad. Not a bad effort. You said Johnny Ray twice, but apart from that, Hodgson, Walker, Byrne, Haslam, Sykes and Ray. You got 6 points there. And I've just seen...
you got to give me double for that.
What did you say?
You got to give me double points for that.
Double points? I don't know. I mean, I know the Rays kind of have this theme of doubles in the recent years, but I don't know about that, Brad. We've got one question left, just seen at the bottom. You became obviously another rider who's completed the double in British Superbikes at the start of the season, but who were the last 3 riders to start a BSB season with a double? You are on 7 points at the moment. This one is worth 3. If you get all 3 right, you can go top.
Leon Haslam.
There's 1.
Shane Byrne.
There's 2. 1 more and you are top.
In what year? Does it matter what year?
You don't have to say the year. I just need the rider. I'll give you a hint. This one is before 2010.
Leon Camia.
Ooh, not quite. Gregorio Lavia. It was in 2007 because Camia and Gintoli shared the spoils in the opening round of 2009. But 9 out of 14, you go second on our leaderboard. Bradley Ray, it's the only second you've had in a week, I think. So not bad. Win and a second. That'll do for now. Brad, thanks for joining us, and I hope it's all gravy.
Cheers, Kiko. Speak to
See you later, Brad. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Epic stuff. Thank you very much, Mr. Bradley Ray. Kiko, did you actually give him an extra question there? Did he? What was that about?
No, I actually messed up the order of the questions, but it doesn't really matter anyway because.
Sure? Okay.
No. I've got it wrote down. It's because where I've wrote in a different colour, it's kind of pushed my other question to the bottom. But no, that was it. That was all out of 14.
All right. Okay, we'll let you off.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.